What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the kitchen table. This is Better Bet by Sides. Today, it's all about Spider-Man Homecoming.
Spidey-Man.
Director, Udi, go.
The director for Spider-Man Homecoming is John Watts.
And known for?
Not much. A movie called Clown, another movie called Cop Car, and then this one he did some shorts and some other things for The Onion and things like that.
The Onion. Okay. Yes, Jared.
Tom Holland plays Peter Parker. Michael Keaton plays Adrian Toomes, Vulture. Robert Downey Jr. plays Tony Stark, Iron Man. Maria Tomei plays...
Marissa Tomei. Wow.
Oh, I can't read. Do my eyes, man. I can't barely read this. It's too small. Maybe we should make it bigger.
Marissa
Tomei plays Mary Parker. John Favreau.
May Parker.
Plays Happy.
Can't read. He's messing up on the easy ones right now.
I know. My eyes are jacked. Jacob Batalon plays Ned. The only reason I'm on here is to mess this up.
I know.
You guys realize that?
Yep.
Okay.
We're good, though.
Okay. That's who else do you guys want to talk about? You guys had some other people. I don't know.
Well, I just say Bokeem Woodbine. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
And
what's
his
name? He plays Shocker.
Tony Revolori.
He plays the Shocker.
It's Flash.
Yeah, and then you have, did you say Gwyneth? She's in there.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
And
she's only in there for like 3 seconds.
Zendaya.
She's not even worth mentioning.
The pop star. Zendaya as Michelle.
Who?
Zendaya.
Or Zendaya.
I have no idea who that is.
Zendaya. She's a pop star.
Yeah.
Well, no, she's been in some other stuff, but yeah.
No.
Then Donald Glover makes like a 1.5 minute thing.
Unnecessary.
So, yeah. That was the most unnecessary in anything I've seen so far.
No, dude, I don't know if I want all those. I'm like, get out.
It's like, what was his point in there just to be the plot device to point to something else?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was it.
There was really no other. He didn't bring it like The Martian, so he's like, there's no point for him being there. I do kind of want to say Martin Starr's in there, but he's not doing anything comedic, even though he is a comedic actor, which is just, I don't know.
Yep.
It's like you're wasting your talents on that.
Yep.
Then we'll go with the cast. Synopsis. You want to go first or should I go first?
Well, you want the one sentence synopsis?
Hell no.
Why?
You got the one sentence.
No, I said you want that first.
I do want the one sentence first.
It's high-tech Spider-Man.
Okay.
That's all it is.
Spider-Man. So this it's a continuation, sort of, into the universe of Marvel. Because now Spider-Man is in the world of the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're taking this place in that particular storyline. Peter Parker, he comes back from fighting in Berlin. And he has to adjust to living life as a student and waiting on Tony's call to whatever, any kind of mission that comes up. So in the interim is where this story picks up as he's trying to figure it all out, trying to prove himself to Stark, and happy, apparently. Other than that, yeah, this is a coming-of-age story. It is in the realm of indie comedies, which is a really nice, absurd storytelling technique.
Yep.
For a comic book hero. And, well, not really absurd. Kick-Ass did the same thing. But it's in that same realm. And it works, in my opinion. So, starting off with the goods. Bing! Go first.
I'm going to go with, I enjoyed Tom Holland's portrayal of Peter Parker. The innocence, the childlike exuberance, and then the fact that the comedy in this movie was not played at his feet and was made for him to make us laugh. It was situational, and it was more awkward. And his portrayal made it also, which is good about Peter Parker, which we elaborated on, is the fact that he's relatable. So his interpretation or his version of it was great. Like everything, I enjoyed everything about it. I can't find one thing wrong about his portrayal of Peter Parker. It was just, yeah.
I just wish we were able to see him actually do some of the actual stunt work. Because, I mean, there's behind the scenes stuff of him training, and then he's like actually doing flips and gainers and all this stuff.
He did like 80 or 90% of the stunts.
Did he really? Because a lot of it looked CG.
Well, the suit.
There was a lot of CG.
Yeah.
The suit.
But of the stunts that were done, he did like 80 or 90% of them.
Yep. Yeah, because I remember when this was coming out,
From what I've read.
They had the scene when he was going from DC to wherever.
You mean from...
To the lair?
Queens to DC, or...
No. When he was inside the truck or whatever.
Oh,
I saw stills.
From DC to Maryland.
Yeah, some of the first stills of the movie were from that scene, where he was on the back of a truck or whatever.
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't think they'd let... Especially him...
He was on there.
Being the lead to do stunt work.
He was on there.
Okay. Jarad, good.
Yeah, good stuff. I would say with the story. I liked the story. The story was a good story.
Like the fact that the story was singular story?
Yeah, it was a story. Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't stories.
It wasn't all kinds of crazy offshoots going everywhere that you had to try to keep track of. It helped limit the plot holes, and I enjoyed it.
Which, when I think about it, were there really any plot holes, contradicting storylines, anything?
The only thing that I could think of was the whole timing with Tony leaving the tower of the Avengers Tower. That aspect of the story. I'm trying to go in my head like, where did that fit in? But that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was not a lot of plot holes.
Okay.
I mean, maybe how he figured out to make the webs or something,
It just wasn't really covered.
Yeah.
Not really.
Well, they kind of covered that in Civil War, where they had that conversation in his bedroom about how he made the web fluid stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep.
Okay. Good on my end. Dude, it's a really well-paced movie. Comedic timing is on point, and it didn't feel like a superhero movie to me. Well, aside from the big CG epic parts. But for the most part, it's like Spider-Man / Ferris Bueller. You'll get that. Yeah, but the feel, the pacing, it just felt great. That's my number one thing. And Tom Holland makes a great Spider-Man, like you said. And the story was singular. Something we haven't had in such a long time.
We have been complaining that people are trying to do too much with the story, and then they didn't do it with this one.
Because all the convoluted story plot lines we've been dealing with when trying to stretch our brains to remember all that. Here we just have one. We're rooting for him to get on with it, and like we know what he wants to do. Let's get on with the bad parts. The womps. So I'm racking my brain on this one.
You're going first?
Yeah.
That's a first.
Not really. You made me go first last time.
Did I? Nah, you deserve it.
All right.
No, that's because trying to make it easy on you last time. Because it was Transformers. How could you not have a bad thing to say?
You also made me go first on the good parts, too. The only reason I remember that because I'm still working on it.
That was the punishment for getting to go first in the bad parts.
So I had nothing.
I got two of them.
Do you?
Yeah, I got two of them.
Son of a... Okay.
But you got to wait now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any bad parts. It could be just me being really biased because I really do like Spider-Man a lot. Like before I was infatuated with Iron Man, I was infatuated with Spider-Man.
Yeah, but that should make it easier because you love it so much.
I can't...
You'd be more critical.
Yeah.
I would be more critical. But if we're talking about the movie...
It was pretty good.
In response to the comic books. The only complaint I have is not even Spider-Man related, it's Iron Man related, because the Iron Man in this universe is just getting not Iron Tony Starkish.
Well, he's in the movie, so
comic bookish. So that's my only gripe. You can hear all about that on the hour-long spoiler talk podcast. But I have nothing. Go, Woody.
Not enough Aunt May.
Ooh. That could work.
What?
Not enough Aunt May. Because, and let me say why. Because this version, Marissa Tomei's version of Aunt May.
Because you LARP her?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
even though for being 52. But that being said, it is so different from what we've had, and I enjoyed it, that think about the very last scene with her in it. I'm like, I wanted more of that. Plus what we got from Civil War and stuff like that. So I have to go digging for a bad. So that's it. Everything else I liked. We could have more of the guy in the chair.
Dude, he was awesome.
But yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
All right, give us your 2.
You want both of them?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I got to make up for you, right?
Yeah.
The opening scene with him doing the selfie scene, that was too damn long.
Are you kidding me?
It was so long.
No, he says it's too long.
It was so long. The scene did not need to be that long. It was like 15 minutes.
Was it really 15
Yeah,
minutes?
It was not 15 minutes.
It felt like it to
was
me.
5.
For me, I was like, come on, dude, seriously.
No, it was like
It was
5.
it was terrible.
He's over exaggerating.
I just think the half-hour previews really killed me.
I don't know that. And
What else?
I hate his web shooters. Reloading them. I hate the web shooters.
You want it to come from inside him, no?
I don't like them. I don't know. I know it's part of the comic books, but I just don't like them personally.
Okay, that's legit.
Because Ned gets web power by using them. It's like it's Spider-Man.
Do you know what Spider-Man's abilities are?
Yeah.
But did they even tell what that is? They didn't say that at all in this movie.
Nope.
Huh.
Nope.
Interesting.
They
They did leave some stuff out.
Well, he doesn't have much abilities about the suit. So
No, he
I
doesn't.
know, but
He
not in this
still
movie.
does.
The
Yes.
suit gives him all kinds of abilities
Yes.
that he doesn't have.
Strength.
Mm-hmm.
His ability to
3D vision. Listen.
climb. No,
Oh,
spoilers.
oh,
I'm listening what he does have.
what he does have. I got
He
you.
has the agility, the strength,
Yeah.
the speed, and then the ability to stick onto
Yeah.
surfaces.
Mhm.
They didn't have any spider senses in it, though.
No,
Not at all. Oh,
they didn't actually.
That made me sad.
We didn't even talk about that, but yeah.
Yep, no Spidey
How
sense.
did-
Which,
Nothing tingling.
there you go. That can be one of
how'd
your
they
negative.
leave-
That's your
yeah.
negative.
How'd they leave that out? And we didn't notice it.
No, I
Yeah, I
noticed
know.
it, but it didn't matter to me. It
What?
didn't matter.
Spider sense,
Yeah.
something coming up from behind him and him catching it or something. Like even at school, a kid could have threw something at him and he could have.
Yeah. They played on that in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
Andrew
could have
Garfield's
just a
Spider-Man.
little bit, just like one little piece of it or something.
Yeah, didn't bother me. I don't think it adversely affected anything.
Yeah,
That's why I didn't bring it up, because it didn't
Well,
really
there was
matter to
nowhere
me.
in this movie it would have applied because he never got hit from behind anywhere in this movie.
No.
So-
Plus, he had his super suit that really didn't.
Yeah.
There was no need for him to have that ability then.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, the suit's pretty cool though. But you're against the suit though, aren't you?
No, I like the suit,
Oh, okay.
but it's just high tech
It plays-
Spider-Man. It's high tech Spider-Man.
Yeah,
That's
it
all.
plays into it. It's pretty
Okay.
good, though.
Okay. Now I gotta ask this question: suit or no suit? Okay, powered suit or not powered suit? You like the not powered suit or with the suit?
Powered suit. Dug it.
Okay.
Big time.
You loved Karen.
Karen was awesome.
What?
Powered suit or without the suit?
Without the power.
Okay. It just makes him more
Makes him-
superhero like.
Yeah, he's too Tony Starkish. He's like Tony Stark's little son with the power suit.
That could have been your one sentence.
I didn't even think about it, but yeah.
Well, his one sentence could have already been Peter Stark.
Peter Stark.
Yeah, I could have. That would have been a good one too.
Because I mean, they're both geniuses.
Yeah.
They both have powered suits.
yeah,
Oh.
Or keep it all in the family.
I like Peter Stark. That's a good one.
Okay, I still don't have really very much bad ones except the one that you gave me now. No Spidey tingling senses.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's round table this thing up. Meh? Yes? Or do it again.
Do it, and do it multiple times.
Do it multiple times.
Mhm.
Meh? Yes, do it again.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Yes, on all fronts. Do it again, because we will be doing it again.
Yeah.
That is a definite on
Mhm.
this end.
Yep.
Next on the list.
Next on the list is
Valerian.
Valerian.
Valerian will be a little delayed.
Yeah.
Stuff is coming up, and so Jared's not going to be available. Me and Nudie are not going to be available for a little bit.
We're going to be busy.
So in that respect, there are other stuff I'm working on that will be put out in the meantime, dealing with the new topics that we have. The new topics are not going to be video-wise. They are going to be part of the podcast, the audio podcast. So check into batterbed.com for that, or find us on iTunes and soon to be Stitcher once I get approved to be on there. But until then, peace.